Polar bears and polar cubs, let's talk that one last step when it comes to balanced chemical equations. And that is you are going to start from a word like problem, pretty much a sentence. I'm going to give you the equation in the sentence, and you're going to have to write it all completely out. So in between the reactants and products, we can use different arrows. So the arrows that we are more than likely to use, we use the yield arrow quite a bit. Okay, we use the heat arrow, and right now we're going to do it a little bit different when it comes to our worksheets. And before the worksheet, I will have a nice little video that kind of walks you through how to fill that out. A double arrow kind of shows that it's in a reversible. We don't really use that too much in general chem. However, in AP Chem, they do use that. And then there is one that's considered a catalyst. Now, where you see MnO2 or in yours where you see where it says cat, what you would write above the arrow is whatever element or compound it is. The reaction is completed in the presence of. The catalyst doesn't do anything inside of the reaction. All it does is it lowers the required energy in order to cause the reaction to occur. And then the big side, we have these 4 different states. We use them on both sides. You use S for solid, L for liquid, AQ for aqueous, meaning that it's dissolved, it's in some kind of solution. Think of AQ, aka aqueous, as it's an aquatic state, so it is dissolved within water. And then G is for gases. So here's an example. So what I might do if I were you, I would underline the things as a whole. So silver nitrate solution is one thing. It's going to react with copper metal. It's going to produce copper 2 nitrate plus silver metal. So how I'm going to write it, I'm going to write AgNO3, which is silver nitrate. Then I'm going to write copper metal, which is just copper. It produces, that's why I got the yield arrow, which leads to copper 2 nitrate plus silver metal. So I have all my formulas written out. Now it is time to balance. I noticed right away that the copper 2 nitrate is the most complex. In order to balance, I need 2 NO3s on the left-hand side. So I put a 2 here, which leads to 2 AGs, meaning I need a 2 on the right. At that point, you have a balanced chemical equation. Now, in our worksheet, what you're going to do is you're actually going to type that into a box. And underneath that box is going to be a row that says states. And all you would do is you're going to fill in kind of how we're filling in right now, the states that correspond to the element or compound that is above it. So for example, AgNO3, it told us it was a solution. Solutions are AQ. Copper as a metal, I hope we all know that copper metal is solid. Then it goes to copper 2 nitrate solution, again, AQ. And finally, silver metal. That means it's going to be a solid. And if you were writing this all out, like you may in the future, what you would do then is you're going to put it all together. So it's 2 AgNO3s that are AQ plus Cu, which is a solid, goes to Cu NO3, 2 aqueous plus 2 Ag solvent. And that's putting it all together. So I'm going to have you guys try one, and we'll see how we do. So the problem that you guys are asked to do is going to be hydrogen plus oxygen gas with the catalyst of platinum produces water. So I'm going to count down. It's going to be 3, 2, and 1. So you might notice that I have the balanced chemical equation right here. Hydrogen gas plus oxygen gas, so that's why they have the 2's. They are diatomics. They have to be placed together. PT over top of the arrow tell me that it is a catalyst. It has nothing to actually do within the actual reaction other than to lower the activation energy, and then it produces water. Notice that you have 2 O's here, so you need to put a 2 here, giving us 4 H's. Putting a 2 in front of those 2 H's on the left will give us 4. It's balanced. So if we were to come down and we were doing our symbols, you have a gas plus a gas over platinum gives us a liquid. And finally, we're going to put it all together, and you get 2 H2 gases plus O2 gas over platinum will give us 2 H2O liquid. All right, go ahead and try worksheet number 3. Before you dive into that worksheet, make sure that we're watching the video on kind of some tips and tricks on filling it in, and let me know if you have any questions. Best of